Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Paisanos Music and Vinyl Talk. I am once again joined by my beautiful host, Genevieve.
Hi. Hi.
Tonight, yet another Led Zeppelin bootleg. This one from the Los Angeles Forum, Los Angeles, California, June 23rd, 1977. This is known as For Badge Holders Only, because he talks about badge holders. Robert Plant does quite a bit in this, and until recently, I never knew what a badge holder was. I guess that's what they used to call the groupies. They used to hang around the group. If you were a groupie, you were a badge holder of a certain member of the band. So yeah, it's a story behind that. This was this is in two parts. It's For Badge Holders Part 1 and For Badge Holders Part 2. You can see they're different colors, but the same picture of Jimmy Page, which is an extremely unflattering picture of Jimmy Page on the front. That's a terrible picture. They couldn't have come up with a better one. And the backs are identical too. Pictures of Robert Plant. That picture of Robert Plant looks like it was after Zeppelin had broken up, or maybe in 1980, their last year. And another not so great picture of Page. But this was a long show. Los Angeles was a hot spot for Led Zeppelin. They always did very well at concerts there. And the East Coast was too. Boston had a special place in Led Zeppelin's heart. One of their first gigs in the United States was at the Boston Tea Party, which no longer exists, in Boston, Massachusetts. So they always had a strong bond with certain cities, Boston being one, Los Angeles being one. Probably the two biggest ones they had connections with. Reading about this online kind of explains why side one starts with Sick Again and not The Song Remains the Same, which was the show opener from this time. And I guess the recording of the first song wasn't so good, so they left it off, and no version of this concert, it appears in several, For Badge Holders Only appears with several different covers, and there are several other bootlegs from this show, and none of them contain The Song Remains the Same. They all start with Sick Again. But I mean, this is really deep into the Led Zeppelin existence of the group. They had been around for 8 years at this point, and had a lot of material, and a lot of long material. The No Quarter takes up all of side one on the second record, and Keith Moon actually turns up for Bonzo's drum solo, and for some of the encores, especially on Rock and Roll. I believe Keith Moon is playing. See if we can pull up some audio of this so you can see what I'm talking about. The best song on here, I think. They do a great version of Cashmere on here. It's a decent sounding bootleg. Not top shelf by any stretch of the imagination. But I certainly own worse. There's no doubt about that. And I think the records are taken out of order, too. I think somebody's taking a shower up there. Let me see. I want to get to where Cashmere is, because that was a notable song from the... Sorry, I'm not better prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Page doing White Summer / Black Mountainside. And that goes into Cashmere. And then Trampled Underfoot. It's a nice segue into Cashmere there. Bonzo thumping away. Yeah, it was definitely professionally recorded by somebody. Not bad, not bad. Definitely have much worse. Turn this down a little bit. Yeah, Keith Moon is funny when he's talking. He says, "I'm gonna be back here with my backing band soon." Meaning the Who. Keith Moon would be dead the next year in 1978, unfortunately. He was a true legend of the drums and a legend of rock and roll. So he got his night on stage with Led Zeppelin. I'm sure they were happy to have him. The no quarter on here is kind of drawn out. Kind of drawn out with John Paul Jones's piano solo, and there's a long, I don't even know if you would call it a guitar solo by Jimmy Page that is just kind of painful to listen to. He's just getting all kinds of weird sounds out of it, kind of just sounds for sound's sake. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He could have come up with something a lot better, but those are small gripes. It's a great, great concert. Deep into the 1977 tour. And from what I understand, 1977 wasn't the best year for Led Zeppelin on the road. Probably 75 was their peak, I would say. It was a good combination. It was probably the midway point of their existence, and they were touring in support of Physical Graffiti, which was, in my opinion, their greatest studio album. All right, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I can't get Genevieve to shut up over here. My God, what a big mouth. If you're not yet subscribed, stop freeloading off Paisano. Subscribe. Tell them.
You're done.
Done.
You're done. You're done.
And if you've been watching for a while and not yet subscribed, please do. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe.
Yeah.
All that kind of junk. All right, what will Paisano dig up next week? Hopefully not another Zeppelin bootleg. But it's you know, I still got a few of them to go, so anything's possible. Thank you, YouTube. Good night. Say good night.
Bye.